talking about today on the program. Yes, you guys have been speaking. I think we've talked about a lot of things that are quite almost depressing. Let's go to the cheery side. Let's get started on the cheery note this time. Iyabo Ojo's daughter, for those of you who don't know Iyabo Ojo, she's a Nigerian actress, she's a producer, she's many things in one. Her daughter got married to, that's the daughter, Priscilla, got married to a Tanzanian musician. The top, let's add that part, in the top Tanzanian musician. I don't know his name, what's his name again?
Jukes.
Is it Jude or Prince?
Do you help us with the full name?
Why can't I don't get it.
Anyway, it was a beautiful scene.
Juma Jukes, yes. Juma Jukes.
That's the beautiful cake, the environment, and everything. Woo and Woo was there.
And it was a colorful event, to say the least. All shades of traditional attire, all designs of a traditional attire. And, you know, Iyabo Ojo's colleagues came out, you know, with an army to support one of their own. And indeed, we also saw a number of politicians there as well. The governor of Osun State was there to also support the couple and the actress. It was a beautiful event to behold.
It reminds me of that. Kayode, what's that thing they do in your states? What's that?
Wait a minute, why are we targeting Kayode?
No. I just remember. Okay, it's both of them.
Tell us about it.
No, the one they do in Ijebu.
The Ojude Oba.
When is it again?
Are you planning?
Yeah, we're going this year. This year we're Ijebu people. It's December.
I believe it's.
Is it December?
It's usually towards the Muslim,
Salah,
the Muslim festival.
So sorry. Okay, June. Okay, Ogun people expect us. This year we're Yoruba people. We're
this
Ijebu
year,
people.
Jeffrey has become Yoruba.
We're Ijebu people on this. We must show off on a horse.
And you know, watching this, you just want to maybe get married again, or just go through that whole process. And it's great to see the support from the online attendees. You know,
online in-laws.
Yeah, a lot of people attended online, all through watching. All the angles. They didn't get the small chops or other things, but they attended online. And we
were just content to watch online. I watched online as well.
Okay, let's get to what the people are saying.
The color and all of the love.
I think I like this tweet. They are just shorts. People are just excited. Moses Oyakilome says, beautiful couples. As simple as that.
And Magnix Cosmicalian says, congratulations to them.
So it's all congratulatory messages. And we just wanted to give you some cherry news today. It's Friday, so it's beautiful to see Lord Markle saying happy marriage life. So I know it's happy married life, Lord Markle, but it's okay, we get the point.
Exactly.
You're just trying to wish them the very, very best. It was good to see Diamond Platinums in Nigeria as well. The bouncer lady that was with him was very interesting to see. Give me a space.
Give me a space. I don't want to use anybody.
It was beautiful to see.
We'll go to the next one where the presidency was spoken about this. Those were our first thoughts. Tinubu remains engaged in governance from Europe. Will return after Easter. Nobody's saying he can't stay anywhere to run the country, but when the country is burning, that's not acceptable. Joseph is saying he should take his time. Is this sarcasm? Why the rush to come back to Nigeria? The world is a global village, so governance can take place anywhere. Okay.
Of course, that's a huge dose of sarcasm. Serkin Yeriki Bello says Nigerians have really suffered in the hands of bad leaders. When does this end? Well, we can't say that enough, can we?
James Feets is the next saying, remains engaged. He's a president for goodness sake. This headline caption is worrisome. A man who should be at the forefront. The CNC, that's Commander-in-Chief, remains engaged in an affair. He should actually preside over his primary responsibility. I imagine you're saying maybe he's engaged outside the country. But you say that he should be presiding over his primary responsibility, which is safety of lives and property. But see the carnage.
All right, Kayode, I think we'll go over to the statement we understand is credited to the Minister of Power.
Yeah.
I think they had a forum yesterday, the briefing, where it said 150 million Nigerians now have access to adequate electricity. That's interesting.
I think what is more interesting is his report about the progress that the power sector has made. The Ministry of Power being that there's now been an increase in power generation to about 5,800 megawatts of electricity, the highest so far. Of course, we're going to be scrutinizing that progress report, but it's significant to note that that is what the Ministry of Power is reporting at this point in time. We're going to weigh that, of course, with this tariff regime, cost-reflective tariff, all of those issues. Jeffrey is on Band A. He keeps complaining about being on Band A. Are you on Band A as well? So we're also going to give the Minister of Power progress report about the impact of the policy reforms under his ministry on the people. So get ready for that conversation. It's very important to have it. But what are you saying? Kaya, do you want to start off on that one?
Let's go to Prince Nick Ogwas saying access to electricity on paper doesn't always translate to real impact. Many Nigerians still face erratic power supply, high costs, and unreliable infrastructure. This says until consistent and affordable electricity reaches every home and business, the reality on ground doesn't reflect the numbers. Just to say that, having that conversation with the National Secretary of the APC, who said, well, electricity generation is expensive. It just gives you a sense of where we are headed to. There you go.
You know, when they're empowered, they always have excuses and they have a way to defend anything, whether it's good or bad. Anyway, let's move on to the dailies, guys. The dailies is where, Nigerian News Direct. Is security? Tinubu's commitment to his duties remains unwavering. Presidency defends foreign stay. The Riders says Tinubu in London after Paris trip, issuing directives to security chiefs, discloses that President will return to Abuja after Easter holiday. I think we've said enough about this. I stand to say that except the President's health is having a challenge, he has no business being anywhere else apart from the country he was voted to lead. And I'll say it again, he has no business except on the grounds of health. So all of this makes no sense to an average Nigerian because it's called positional leadership for a reason. Just your presence alone does something to confidence building. That is what we will continue to tell these leaders. It's important in case nobody tells you, because sometimes I feel that some of these leaders, without making excuses for them, people around them lie to them a lot. And sometimes I wonder how they're able to see between the lie and the truth. That's why we need very discerning minds in leadership. Guys, the next one is Nigerian Tribune, right?
Indeed. Nigerian Tribune is up next, and, you know, it comes with the same headline. Presidency defends Tinubu's foreign stay amid criticism over insecurity. Says President now in London. You'll find details, of course, on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune. And you see a very interesting picture also on the front page there of the Nigerian Tribune. That's former President Muhammadu Buhari, I believe, and someone is paying homage to him. It looks to me like that would be the President of the African Development Bank, Akinwumi Adesina. There's been you know, a number of visits to the home of the former president in recent times. I hope that there's also some truth-telling that is also ongoing during those visits about what is exactly happening in the country and how there's a need for intervention from all leaders, past or present. Well, that's it from the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, but there are some other interesting stories that may catch your attention. At the top of the nameplate, you find CBEX, illegal, unlicensed digital asset exchange. The Securities and Exchange Commission is speaking there. And on the front page as well, at the bottom of the picture, you find gunmen attack Natasha's family house in Kogi. That's very worrying. You find details on page 16. We hope that you know, that will be addressed. Of course, there's a writer there that says investigation has begun. It's been ascribed to the police, maybe the police command in Kogi State. But you'll find details on the on page 10 rather, of the Nigerian Tribune. That's it from the Tribune.
Let's now turn our attention to the Guardian newspaper. By the way, that picture on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune got a lot of people talking with the footrest of former President Buhari that had the map of Nigeria and the flag on it. You know, some saying, why would you put the map of Nigeria and the flag on a footrest and put your foot on it? But you know, it's some of the gifts he must have gotten. But take a look at the Guardian newspaper this morning. This focuses on AI threat or opportunity? Very interesting headline, a departure from well, the others. You see, schools and teachers cite concerns, that's the Guardian newspaper, search for academic integrity. And there's a cartoon that shows what students do and how teachers respond to it. I think this is more opportunity than it is a threat. I think everything has that threat dimension to it. But I think we should see it more as an opportunity and leverage it as much as we can. But it's not to take away the rigor of, you know, that intellectual rigor that you're meant to have in school. Some will say even elevates it. But let's leave that debate out there. That's a big picture on the front page of the Guardian newspaper for you this morning. A couple of more stories there, but there's something on Good Friday. It's Good Friday, yeah, just in case you may have not noticed. You see, seemingly ceaseless crucifixion of Nigeria. It's an editorial piece on page 12 of the Guardian newspaper. So it's a way to just sort of celebrate Good Friday, but also speak to some of the realities on ground. Let's leave it there for the Guardian.
Okay, so that's the much we can take as far as the front page of the dailies is concerned. I think today makes it exactly 1 month or so since the declaration of the state of emergency. Rather than see closure, we're seeing protests. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the very first conversation. That has to do with what's going on in the power sector. There's a big claim by the Minister of Power, Mr. Adelabu, said about 150 or so million Nigerians now have his words adequate. That's what I read, adequate. I don't know.